Other clubs are also circling around Pavard and Amrabat and want to sign them. So we need to accept that we're not the only club doing this. Yes, both Benjamin Pavard and Sofian Amrabat both have a preference in joining Manchester United. They like Manchester United and want to be with Manchester United. But that is like someone saying that they like the thought of dating Beyonce. But if she doesn't come along and say Rihanna comes along, you're not going to tell Rihanna to move on because you think Beyonce might turn up. That's what these footballers are like. They're not going to tell another club to move along just because they think Manchester United are going to turn up to sign them. Welcome back to the Man United stream. Harry Maguire not only screwed up United on the pitch, but he's also doing the same off the pitch. I swear, I think Maguire is cursed and has brought a curse on Manchester United. Every club Maguire has been to ends up falling apart. The only time any of his clubs have done well is when he's nowhere near the club. Harry Maguire has single-handedly destroyed Ten Hag's carefully laid transfer plans. We've gone from celebrating the news that United had accepted a £30 million offer from West Ham to now losing any hope of signing Amrabat. Worst still, Liverpool, our arch rivals, who could not get Maguire, who they had been trying to get all summer and then lost him to Chelsea, and now coming out trying to bully Manchester United. What a bloody joke this all is. I warned that this will happen. Last week, I said that Liverpool have lost out on Maguire and they will now be hurt and they're going to come out for everybody else. Any CDM that anybody else is looking out for, they will come and try to get them off them. But Maguire, let's face it, has screwed himself over as well. We know he's not going to get into the team. He might not even get into the reserves right now. So how he thinks he's going to get into the team is beyond me. I've told you before that this joker in his head believes that he's the best defender in the world. I bet you in private he compares himself to the likes of Maldini or Vidic or other legendary defenders. This is the state of Harry Maguire. But it takes two idiots to tango, and well, Maguire is one of them, and the other side, it's the Glazers, who are in constant hiding after making all these cock-ups. The Glazers could have chosen to pay Maguire off and then make space for new players. It would have been the end of everything. But we all need to accept one thing: the Glazers are tight and they're not going to be spending any more money on the club. The Glazers have no money in the bank right now. We, as one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world, cannot go out there and afford a few more players to sign, literally costing us nothing. So because of Harry Maguire, Manchester United have not been able to go out and secure the signing of Sofian Amrabat. Manchester United have wasted so much time that now Liverpool, who were busy trying to get Maguire, have now turned their attention and jumped into the ring to sign Amrabat. Meanwhile, United have also been linked to Bayern Munich's Gravenberch. Now, our sources have advised that Bayern have no interest in selling Gravenberch and they're not looking to sell him. And if they were looking to sell him, he would cost a lot more than what Amrabat is costing. So if there's anyone thinking that United will go and sign Gravenberch instead of Amrabat, they need to think again. Manchester United cannot afford to sign Amrabat for 30 million. How are they going to go and sign Gravenberch for more? There is a possibility that if he comes on loan, Manchester United could make that work, and there is talk that they might approach Bayern Munich for a loan move for Gravenberch. One player that Manchester United definitely did want to sign was Benjamin Pavard from Bayern Munich, and Manchester United had made contact with Bayern about signing him. I confirmed in our show last week that he would be a direct replacement for Harry Maguire, but because of the Harry Maguire U-turn, Pavard has now gone down in the dumps. We've got to understand one thing: Manchester United are not the only club looking around and making offers for Amrabat and Pavard. Other clubs are also circling around Pavard and Amrabat and want to sign them. So we need to accept that we're not the only club doing this. Yes, both Benjamin Pavard and Sofian Amrabat both have a preference in joining Manchester United. They like Manchester United and want to be with Manchester United. But that is like someone saying that they like the thought of dating Beyonce. But if she doesn't come along and say Rihanna comes along, you're not going to tell Rihanna to move on because you think Beyonce might turn up. That's what these footballers are like. They're not going to tell another club to move along just because they think Manchester United are going to turn up to sign them. They can't tell other clubs that they're not interested. They have to take these offers seriously. To be fair, Sofyan Amrabat has been waiting all through the transfer window for United to make up their mind and make an offer for him. And he himself has made it clear through his agents and other media sources that he wants to join Manchester United and nobody else. But this week we're hearing that his team are also looking at offers from other clubs, including from Liverpool. And I've been warning everybody that there is a possibility that the Amrabat deal can be hijacked by another club, and it's looking more and more likely that if United do not get rid of Maguire and McTominay, that this could actually happen. Manchester United need to be more proactive and stop playing these silly games. These are the games the Glazers have always played since they first bought the club. The Glazers are completely deluded and have no clue how football works. But like I've said many times, the Glazers are not Manchester United fans. So the Glazers don't give a crap about Amrabat going to another club like Liverpool. They don't care. They don't care if he goes there and smashes it for Liverpool. It doesn't make any difference to them. The number of key players that Manchester United have missed out since the Glazers have been owners is ridiculous. They have no clue on how to run a football club and have taken the biggest club in the world and turned it into a complete joke. We are not able to go and sign a player for £30 million and we're crying about paying off another player £7 million. A player that the manager wants out. We should have cut our losses with the Maguire and got him out quickly. In Pavard's case, we are hearing that Inter Milan have made an offer for him for 25 million, and this is going to be interesting to watch to see if Bayern accept this or reject this. I think if I was Manchester United, I'd be keeping a very close eye on this and waiting to see what is agreed with Bayern and Inter, and at the last minute go in there with a slightly higher offer and get Pavard in. But let's stay on the positive side. Amrabat is still on, but United need to make a call on Maguire and McTominay. United are at the mercy of other clubs making an offer for these two players. If a miracle happens and clubs do come in for Maguire for 30 million and McTominay for 30 million, we should be selling them. So this is positive news for Manchester United fans out there. We are hearing from sources that United will not be letting go of Amrabat. United will be signing him in this window and they will get it done. And these are sources close to Manchester United. They're not going to let Amrabat go. So let's see what goes on. I'm really pumped. I hope you are, because I think Amrabat is the key to Manchester United. I really want to see this guy at Manchester United. I'm loving the thought of him coming and playing for Manchester United. And the only reason why I'm so confident that we are going to get our man and we are going to get Amrabat is because of one person at Manchester United, and that is Erik ten Hag. He has made these signings happen, and if he's earmarked Amrabat as coming in, and if he spoke to Amrabat and he has boxed him off, I think Amrabat is a Manchester United player and he will be joining Manchester United very shortly. Hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you're new to this channel, because we give you all the Manchester United news and updates in one place, quick time. What we know is that Manchester United can pull out the funds at the last minute like we did last year in the summer transfer window with Casemiro and Antony in the last 2 weeks of the transfer window. And I've been telling you, expect fireworks, and United will be bringing the fireworks for sure. But one thing we must all remember is that we are running around trying to get £30 million for a player because the Glazers are simply not good enough for Manchester United. The Glazers do not have any shame. They still have refused to sell the club despite not having any money to go out there and put towards Manchester United's infrastructure and buying players. They've still held on to the club throughout this transfer window. Can you imagine if we had a new owner at United right now? I can tell you for free that we would not be sat here talking about trying to sign new players. I can also tell you for free that we would not be sat here all this week debating the whole Greenwood issue and whether he should be at United or not. Under the Glazers, the standards of our great club have dropped into the gutter. The Glazers have sat there and allowed for this great club to be treated like a joke by the players, by the managers and by other clubs. Before the Glazers turned up, playing for Manchester United would be the greatest honour of any footballer. Before the Glazers turned up, managers would understand the philosophy of the club and its fans before joining the club. And before the Glazers turned up, other clubs would fear Manchester United in every possible way. Moving away from the Glazers, finally, on a positive note, we are hearing from sources that Manchester United are still looking at signing another experienced striker, even as a loan option. Now, there were rumours that they might go after João Felix, who's terminated his contract with Atletico Madrid, but that looks like it's not going to happen because it looks like João Felix is in advanced talks to join Barcelona. But let's watch this space. I think there could be a dramatic last minute loan signing for an experienced striker coming into Manchester United and helping out Rasmus Højlund throughout the season. It is going to be epic. Tomorrow, Manchester United face Spurs away from home, and United will have to play a lot better than they did on Monday. I think Ten Hag could keep the team as it was on Monday. I get the feeling that he will stick to the entire team, and I don't think he's going to take any player out. There was talk that he might take Garnacho out for Sancho, but I don't think that's going to happen. There was talk also of Anthony, but again, don't think that's going to happen. There's talk also of him removing Mason Mount and maybe playing somebody else, but again, I think he's going to just stick to the team. That's what Ten Hag does. He sticks to a winning team, and I think he's going to do that. But we all have to agree that if we leave the space in the middle of the pitch in the same way we did against Wolves, Spurs will smash us well and truly. Spurs, if given the same chances that the Wolves got, will finish them and run riot on us. What we will be looking for on Saturday is a formation and a setup that does not leave that much space in the middle of the pitch. We will need to see a little more discipline from the CDM and the CMs. Either Mount or Fernandes will have to sit a little bit deeper. I reckon it will be Fernandes. I cannot see Ten Hag dropping any of these two just yet. But I feel that Manchester United are going to play a lot better against Spurs. I think they're going to step it up a gear. I think they'll be better suited to play against Spurs because Spurs will come out and attack. There will be a team that's going to move forward and come out and attack Manchester United. And I think that's going to suit Manchester United perfectly with the players that they've got. On the counter-attack, Manchester United are one of the best teams in the league. They'll destroy any team if they're counter-attacking them. And I think Spurs are going to have a tough game against Manchester United. I think Manchester United are really going to step it up a level with Spurs on Saturday, and I'm expecting a really good performance from all of the United team. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised. So let's go. I think it's going to be 2-3-0 to Manchester United, and I believe Rashford is going to get a couple of goals on Saturday. Let's wait and see. Please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you've not already done so, and become part of our community where you get all the latest Manchester United news and opinion. You were watching the Man United Stream, a channel by the fans for the fans.